Hi, my name's Farncombe. I'm an S&C coach. Today I'm going to be covering neck training. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over some of the benefits, the guidelines that you want to use to neck training. After I've gone over those, I'm also going to have some of my athletes demonstrate the exercises in the video as well. Okay, so first off, benefits. When it comes to neck training, one of the big benefits that you'll find behind making your neck stronger is improved posture. That's very, very important for athletes in the sense that correct posture is going to affect your intrinsic and extrinsic mechanics. So poor posture will also diminish your sports performance. So if your neck is the weak link, and due to your neck being the weak link, you've got poor posture, obviously you need to strengthen the neck. And if you aren't training it right now and you are an athlete, you probably need to strengthen your neck. Okay, next of all, it's been shown that increasing the strength of the neck has an effect on the whole body. So the whole body will increase in strength. If you strengthen in the neck, it gives, again, a platform for the whole body to increase strength. Again, I would look at that and say, well, okay, can't necessarily pinpoint the science, but it's been shown that that is true. You're only as strong as your weakest link. It's as simple as that. Now, I can give you an example of athletes. I've had some powerlifters, for instance, that, you know, they're very strong in their posterior chain, hence the sport, and they've plateaued on the deadlift. And I thought, you know what? They've done no neck training. I've trained their neck extensors. All of a sudden, we start to break plateaus because that was the weakest link in the posterior chain. So there's an example of that, and I've had that on several occasions. Okay, when it comes to neck training, can often decide the winner or loser in grappling sports, as in wrestling, MMA. That's obvious. You need a strong neck in those sports. When it comes to boxing or even ice hockey, any sport, karate, any sport with contact sports, you need a strong neck, especially in boxing, so forth. I've actually had fighters over the years that I've strengthened their neck, and I've seen an improvement, a marked improvement when it comes to their ability to withstand blows. Also, it reduces the likelihood of concussion, so that's important. Okay, guidelines. When you're doing the neck, make sure you do it in an isokinetic manner, even speed, so even tempo. Very, very important to keep it safe. When you're doing the neck, again, when you train your neck, you want to look at building a foundation. Like all concepts when it comes to building a house or strength and conditioning, it's all about foundation. Foundation, you want to build nice strong traps. You want your traps strong in a multitude of movements, and then start to look at specific neck training like neck extensors, neck flexors. So it's important to build the traps first. Okay, when it comes to towel training, you want to look at making sure that your partner is well informed on the technique. Again, I'm going to be covering the right techniques on towel training in this video. Also, make sure the towel is perpendicular at all times, so 90-degree angle to the force that you're trying to create. Again, I'll show you in the video. Always, when you're looking at isotonic movement, so movement, you're looking at, I like to use anyway, between three sets, between 12 and 14 reps. The rest time about 45-65 seconds. You may say that's quite short, but bear in mind that the neck has a large vascular supply, so it does recover very, very fast. So 3 sets, 12 to 14 reps, each movement. So each movement you do, you want to do that, yeah? With short rest times. Okay, you've got isometric work, and again, I'm going to show you this in the video. When it comes to isometric work, I like to hold for 10 seconds. When that becomes easy, which it does very quickly in many cases, I like to use a cluster training approach to it, as in I'll do a 10-second hold, rest for 10 seconds, 10-second hold, rest for 10 seconds, 5 times. Once I've done that, that's 1 set, and I might do that for 3 sets. So again, look at the article that I'll write after this, and it will be all written in there in black and white, dead easy to understand then. When it comes to harness training and plate work, this isn't the best approach, I'll be totally honest. Towel training and isometric work is much safer, probably more effective too, to be honest. But at the same time, if you don't think that isometric work is that sport specific and you don't have a training partner, well, you know what, you might want to give it a go. I used it for years. I never got injured. I'm not saying it's the best approach. I'm just saying it's a good, it's another way of doing it. So yeah, if you're using a neck harness or you're wrapping a towel around your head and then putting a plate on it, again, these are definitely a decent approach to training your neck. Not the most effective, but I'm going to show you how to do those in the most safest manner, if you like, in the video. Okay, so the demo that's going to follow this in a minute is basically, with the demo, what I've done, bear in mind, I put the foundation exercises first. So the exercises I'd use with a novice athlete or in a general preparation phase, these are the first ones on the video, and then working through to more advanced exercises that I might use with a more advanced athlete. The actual video that goes with it is in that order. And if you do want any more information on neck training, please check out my website, because I'm going to write an article, so that way you can, like I say, you can just draw off the article and copy and paste, do what you want with it really. And that is on www.strengthcoachfarncombe.com. So yeah, check it out if you get a chance. Hi guys, so today what we're going to be focused on is building the foundation to effectively get a strong neck, build a strong neck. Joining me today is Luke Roberts, he's a martial artist. And what we're going to do is just explain what we're trying to target, which is the traps, which is the foundation muscle group to build a strong neck on. So if you'd like to come down this side, please do. Okay, facing this direction. First off, the trapezius is responsible for elevating the scapula. So if he shrugs it up, shoulders towards the ears, and again up, you can see what he's done there is use those upper fibers to elevate the scapula. Next of all, the trapezius is part of the musculature responsible for retracting the scapula. So pinch your back, and pinch your back. Good. Relax. Okay, finally, the trapezius is also responsible for depressing the scapula. So, starting hands high, and depress the scapula, and back. And depress, and back. Perfect, and relax. So effectively what we're going to be showing you is how to do exercises with all those different movement patterns, so you can target those fibers and basically build a strong trapezius to build a strong neck front. So, if you'd like to jump around this side for us, please do. The first one, head straight forward to the barbell shrug that we're just going to demonstrate. What it's going to do is shrug up and down. Again, up and down. Now, if you want to change the angle slightly, you can always pull at an 80-degree angle back, and you'll find it target slightly different fibers in the upper trapezius. And pressing the barbell down. Now, walking around the front first, I'm going to pass you the barbell. You can always do this work unilateral. So he's going to center his grip midpoint of the bar, brace his core, put the hand on the hip first so it's nice and steady. When you're ready, he's going to elevate the scapula up towards the ear. Again, good. What you'll find with the unilateral work, the single arm work, is that you can get more range of movement. Also, by doing this work with the bar, it can help create better structural balance through the shoulder, because if the bar starts drifting in or out, you're having to stabilise that bar with all of the musculature as well in your shoulder capsule itself. Now the other thing with that exercise, what you'll find is that when he's shrugging on the right side, he's having to isometrically stabilise on the left side. If he doesn't do that, what happens is his head will get dragged over. So effectively, he is training both sides of the neck, but he's working one side isometrically, the other isotonically. Okay? Right, next of all, to show you how to target midsection, or middle section of the trapezius. So, I'll sit down for this business. But the most basic and straightforward is just a nice retraction with some dumbbells. Very effective. So when you're ready, he's going to retract the scapula towards my hand. Perfect. And down. One more time. And relax. Good. Pressing down. That's the middle to upper fibers of the trapezius. If I'm to play with the angle of the bench, if I was to sit him up further, let's say the bench is at an 80-degree angle, I'm going to target higher up. So I'm not going to hit the most superior fibers, but I'm going to hit around upper to midsection of the trapezius. If I was to lower the bench, I'd hit lower down in the trapezius. Also, I can only do that until the bench is level. Okay, now another way of doing this one, I'm hitting the middle section of the trapezius, is using a band or cables. And what we do here is retract the scapula, relax, very good. Okay, now you can also do this one single arm. So what he does here is he holds and braces himself through the bench, retract, very good. And you can also do it on the other side, or to make sure you do both sides. And again, what we'll find with the unilateral load is effectively he's got more range of movement, probably won't be able to lift as much weight. So there's pros and cons. If you really want to bring up strength, then probably bilateral, both arms, and if you want to focus on more range of movement, which would be my advice in the beginning phase, do unilateral work, so you've got the bigger range of movement as possible. Now, you can also do these exercises with dumbbells, unilateral as well, so have a little go. So this is a little section, brace the bench with the other arm and retract. Good, and down, and then you can change the angle of the bench. Good, another side. Retract, and retract, perfect. Great. Now, finally, what we've done so far is we've targeted those upper fibres, the middle fibres, and now we're going to also look at the lower fibres. Okay? So with the lower fibres, how you do that, again, you could use a band or a cable. Think of the band or the cable here high, now what it has to do is depress the scapula. Using the lower trapezius to depress the scapula. Good, and try one arm, so brace the bench with the other arm, go for it, retract, and again, and swap sides. So we work both sides, retract, and relax, perfect. So there you have it, upper fibres of the traps, middle fibres of the traps, lower fibres of the traps. Always remember to try and target all of them, because what we're trying to do here is build a foundation. The trapezius is the foundation which you're going to build a strong neck upon. Okay? In the next section of the video are slightly more advanced exercises that are specific to the neck, which are neck flexors, neck extensors. So if you want to find out more, then go into that. The rep ranges for this, between 10 and 12, because obviously the time under tension is very short, so it's a small range of movement for kind of functional hypertrophy. And you could also drop them right down to 6 to 8 for relative strength and so forth, and playing with the tempos. But do bear in mind the reps will be slightly higher because it's such a small range of movement. It's not like a squat where you've got a big range of movement. So generally the reps are higher because the range of movement is smaller, therefore the time and the tension you need to look at targeting what you're trying